Hey there, Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 1775 of What You Up To Now, documenting the journey as I originally began transferring from the brick and mortar corporate world of businesses to the online world of business. Spent over a quarter century in corporate America while simultaneously owning and operating my own businesses. And it taught me a lot. There were a lot of advantages to that. And I came to believe very early on in my career that it was a competitive advantage for me personally, just like personal branding and being online and creating content and putting things out into the world is, I think, a competitive advantage for me. Having that thing in my back pocket, that sense of security, gave me more confidence and allowed me to really do things in my corporate career that I probably otherwise would not have done. And I know my peers never would do because they were afraid. If they lost their job, they were out of luck. They were in very dire straits. And I think a lot of us really realized that during the COVID pandemic, that it's critical that if we're capable of doing it, and granted, everyone isn't capable of doing it, it's important that we have more than one way to bring income into our lives and in multiple streams of income. I learned that in the 80s from Robert Allen. He was one of my early coaches and mentors. And there's things that I've picked up all along the way in my journey. And the older I get, the more I realize, oh, I've known this all along. I heard this in the 1980s, but am I actually doing it and applying it? So I like to create a couple pieces of content every day. One is a piece for my Supersize Your Business for Female Entrepreneurs, or for really all entrepreneurs group. And in that, we talk about an idiom. And my challenge every day is to make that idiom make sense or fit to, or ask, what does it mean when it comes to building and growing and supersizing our business? Well, today's was, what's the greatest thing since sliced bread? Now, this is actually really good bread. But sliced bread was invented in 1928. And we talked about the etymology of us. Otto Frederick Rollweiler or somebody invented it in 1928 with much trial and error, right? Every invention, it's usually not the first time we try something that we're successful at it. It takes a few iterations. And Otto's story is no different. It took a while to create sliced bread, but in 1928, actually July 6th of 1928, he successfully made a machine that could slice a loaf of bread. And the Chillicothe, can't even pronounce the name, baking company decided that they were going to slice bread and they were going to go to market with it first. And they did that and ran a piece in the local newspaper, the Chillicothe Constitution Tribune or something, back in 1928, advertising that they had sliced bread and it was the best invention since bread came wrapped. Now, I guess I'm not sure what they were using for wrapping back in 1928, but in a lot of bakeries, even today, my favorite Italian bakery you go into, and the fresh bread is just in like an open crate on the wall, and you can get your fresh bread. So wrapping bread was a good invention. It allowed it to last longer and stay fresher and stay soft and not get it stale so quickly. And slicing it, I can think of all kinds of advantages to having my bread pre-sliced. It saves us time and energy. So for Supersize Your Business, my tie-in is what you're offering as you're trying to grow and build and supersize your business as great as and solves a problem as well as slicing bread did for people. You might think, oh, well, that's no big deal. Somebody just sliced bread. But how much time does it actually save you, if you think about it, to not have to slice up your own bread? If you ever buy buns these days that aren't sliced, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're having a picnic or a barbecue and all of a sudden you find out you have to slice 100 buns. It's not a big inconvenience, but it still saves us time and energy, so it's a competitive advantage, and it was definitely a competitive advantage for them. Now for December, for our annual challenge, the BU 365-day challenge, I'm traveling, and I wanted to make it easy on myself and easy on everyone else because the holidays are such a busy time for most of us, but we still want to do something every day that improves us and helps us to become the best possible version of ourselves. Again, are we ever going to be done with that? No, we're going to continue to improve, hopefully till the day we expire. So today and this whole month, I'm asking 2 questions every day for the month of December. The first question is kind of a serious, thought-provoking question to think about. And the second one's a little bit frivolous. And obviously today's second question was, what was the best invention before sliced bread? I kind of already said that. But for fun, we can answer the question, What do you believe has been the best invention since 1928, since sliced bread? Because there's a lot of them, and we all have a different opinion on what's the best invention or what's the greatest invention. I actually discovered in my travels this little number. It is sea salt caramel pecan honey butter. It's like caramel on toast, ridiculously delicious. I also think that filters like this fun confetti one are a really good invention. So then we have broken our ring light and have really bad lighting, we can actually still do a video and not feel like we look like something out of a freak show. Although some days we look like that anyway. All right, if I can help you anyway, hit me up and ask. Traveling for probably another 2 weeks, but having a great time. Hope you are as well. December is a fun month, and if you're feeling like it's not a fun month, hit me up and we'll think of something fun for you to do so that you're having an awesome December too. All right, catch you tomorrow. Bye.